Hello everybody, it's ShadowSlayerX, and this we go through all the new cards that are coming in the new adventure in like, what, 5 days, 6 days, 3 days? When does it come out? Oh, 3 days, great, okay. These cards give you what I think about them, and then, not that. Alright, so, let's start with Jungle Moonkin, so we'll do Druid cards. The Jungle Moonkin is a 4 mana 4/4, except it has both players have spell damage +2. So it's way better than Ogre Magi, but it also has a downside. This plus swipe is nuts. Swipe will deal 6 and 3 to everything else. That's crazy. Pretty much any of the Druid spells will get a huge bonus out of it. Starfall could do 7, or it could do 4 to everything, so it becomes a 5 mana flame strike. Yeah, it's nuts. But like once again, like you're totally judging that no one can take advantage of that, right? So moving on to Mounted Raptor. I've always loved raptors as mounts in World of Warcraft. I don't know why. I mean, I guess druids can be trolls, so I guess that makes sense. 3 mana, 3/2 Death Rattle, summon a random 1-cost minion. So they literally chopped off 1 mana, 1 attack, and 1 health from Piloted Shredder, and they cut down the cost of minion it gives. I think it's fine. It's a beast. They're both beasts, actually, Jungle Moonkin and Mounted Raptor, so that's awesome for beast synergy. I'd like to see more beast synergy instead of more beasts, because I think there are plenty of beasts in the game now. I guess the next expansion after this, definitely. Raven Idol. Choose one. Now this is the new mechanic. Discover a minion or discover a spell. So for those who've played the game a lot, you know the card tracking. When you play tracking, 3 cards appear in front of you, you choose one, and the other 2 get discarded from your deck. So Discover is sort of like that, where, for instance, if you're discovering a minion, 3 cards will come up, and they can only be of your class and neutral, and that goes the same for spells. But since there are neutral spells, then it's just spells of your class. And you pick one, and then the other 2, poof, they don't come back. They don't go into a graveyard. Nothing happens with them. So this is very interesting, because on turn 1, if you don't have a turn 1 play but you have a Raven Idol, or you can hold it off for later, and it can be crazy, because maybe early game you need a small minion, maybe late game you need a big minion, or maybe you need some board clear. And for Druid, there is more options than one, but I mean, you're not always gonna get your perfect swipe. Sometimes you'll get Poison Seeds or Starfall. So let's move on to Hunter cards. 2 mana spell, Explorer's Hat, give a minion +1/+1, and the Death Rattle, add an Explorer's Hat to your hand. Not that Hunters always go late game, but if a Hunter were to go late game and they have 2 Explorer's Hats in the deck, and they're constantly buffing their minions, then I could see a use for this. But as of right now, like I'll definitely experiment. I have been thinking that I need to shake things up with the channel and what I've been doing, and I really need to get away from all these net decks and really try to make something of my own. And if it kind of comes up as something that someone else has, just maybe with 5 to 10 cards difference, at least I'll know it's my own. But yeah, so let's move on to Desert Camel. 3 mana 2/4, put a 1-cost minion from each deck into the battlefield. I think that's cool, because you can always guarantee that will work for you, so that you don't have to summon it through other ways, or that 1-drops don't get aren't gonna stick at the bottom of your deck. Then again, Desert Camel can stick at the bottom of your deck, but then it's the same thing as when you put a Mad Scientist in your deck, because if the Mad Scientists are at the bottom of the deck, then they did nothing for you that game. So a Desert Camel I think could be good. Stats are fine. It's Leok stats with a different effect. Dart Trap. Secret. When an opponent hero power is used, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. I like it and I don't like it. Because I feel like, what if you kept running snipes and dart traps? Deal 4 damage, deal 5 damage. Interesting, right? But it's to a random enemy, so like if you're up against a paladin and they use muster for battle, there's a bunch of 1/1s. And they use their hero power to make another 1/1. Well, you've dealt 5 damage to a 1/1. But that's a very fringe case, like, well, not so much a fringe case with Mysterious Challenger decks, but that's what I'm seeing. Like, this Dart Trap would work against other classes better, but it's random enemy, so you don't know where it's going. Let's move on to Mage. Alright. Animated Armor. I think this card's really cool. I really hope that I'm willing to try to make a deck around it, because 4 mana 4/4 Ogre Magi stats. Your hero can take 1 damage at a time. I'm going to assume from all sources. So if you Pyroblast, it does 1 damage. If you get hit by I was gonna say Deathwing, but Deathwing would kill the animated armor. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like if you toss a Wii spell stopper beside this, and it can't be hit by spells, and then what are your other stuff going on? I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Ethereal Conjurer, 5 mana 6/3. We've seen the 6/3 stat line before, so the ability has to be good. Discover a spell. I think this card, you could keep the stats, you could keep the cost. If this had discover a spell, it costs 2 less. Oh, I got a rupee. It would see play. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Anyway, reading texts is fun. But a lot of people, including myself, really like this Forgotten Torch idea. 3 mana, deal 3 damage. Okay, not bad. Shuffle a Roaring Torch into your deck, which we'll see later down on this list. That deals 6 damage. The Roaring Torch is a 3 mana, deal 6. Not that mages really needed this. It's a common. It'll show up in Arena and all these other things. But all in all, it's a good card. Like, I swear you can almost make a whole deck out of just damage dealing cards and maybe some survival. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to Paladin. We got Anything Can Happen. 10 mana to summon 7 Murlocs that died this game. Assuming you're not running... assuming you're not using a Murloc deck, you would use this to bring back Murloc Knights and whatever they summoned. Yeah. So if you were to discover an Anything Can Happen and the other two were complete garbage, I don't know, maybe you could pull it back, because you would play the Anything Can Happen and maybe get 2 to 4 minions. Moving on to Keeper of Uldaman. 4 mana 3/4. Set a minion's attack and health to 3. Obviously, late game card, kind of like Aldor Peacekeeper, sort of. Maybe better. Also, you could use it early game on one of your 1/1s to give them a +2/+2 buff. Behind a 3/4 body, a +2/+2 buff is fine. What else does Paladin have that could majorly benefit from? Probably just the Silverhand recruits. Yeah. And then, what everyone's excited for is a new Paladin secret. 1 mana, of course. When your opponent has at least 3 minions and plays another, destroy it. That's pretty good. That's really good. Like, it's kind of like mind control tech, except for you destroy one of the 4 instead of take one over. Jeez. That's gonna be annoying. You think you're gonna have the upper hand, but everyone's gonna know that this card exists eventually. Yeah. Alright, priest cards. I had high hopes. Kinda let down. But 5 mana, Excavated Evil. Deal 3 damage to all minions. Okay. Shuffle this card in your opponent's deck. Ugh. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. I was really hoping for some Shadow Form synergy, and when I saw the picture, I got super excited. Alright, let's move on to Entomb, a card I actually like. It'll probably not see play due to its high cost, but I love what it does. 6 mana, common. Choose an enemy minion and shuffle it into your deck. Like, that sounds really fun to me, because especially if you're playing it like on curve and like they just dropped something like Sylvanas and you entomb Sylvanas. Now in your deck you might have 2 Sylvanas. That's cool. But yeah, like I said, cost is really high. It's power creep to recycle. Right. Museum Curator. Terrible stats, discover a death rattle card. So you play the Museum Curator, and out of it you might get the ability to use Haunted Creeper, Void Walker, and Sylvanas, let's say. In that case, Museum Curator is awesome. But you could get Void Caller, I think. Void Caller, Haunted Creeper, I don't know, and something like something you really don't want. And like, but in that case, I guess death rattle cards are usually good, so I don't know. Is it worth paying 2 mana and a crappy body when your opponent could be totem goleming? So I don't know. It's tough. Once again, like I'm really excited to start some sort of to make some of the videos about deck building from like a very mediocre or middle ground knowledge of deck building. Rogue cards, all minions. 4 mana, 5/4, death rattle, add a coin to your hand. I think that's fine. It's passable, it's good, it's alright. Obviously if the stats were switched it would be better, but you can't have every 4 mana 4/5. Otherwise I guess it takes away from the Yeti and Mechanical Yeti and all that stuff. Unearthed Unearthed Raptor. 3 mana 3/4, great stats, and the ability's good to boot too. Choose a friendly minion and gain a copy of its death rattle effect. That's awesome. Nerubian Egg, or what else could you? It's usually Nerubian Egg, but like there might be some other good 2 manas I can't think of. Maybe even like taking a Loot Hoarder's draw a card, or I was gonna say Mad Scientist, but that doesn't work. Whatever, it's a great card. I think it'll definitely see play in some new rogue decks. Pit Snake, 1 mana 2/1 with the poison effect. It's a beast. Hooray! Web Spinner can pop up some even crazier stuff now, including the other ones. I think it's fine. If it had stealth or like some sort of way to protect itself, it'd be much better, but because of that, it probably won't see as much play. Shaman. Everything is awesome! Yeah. Give your minions +2/+2, and it costs 1 less for every Murloc you control. I think this could be a thing. It's kind of like Bloodlust. Actually, no, it's better than Bloodlust. But Bloodlust is usually used to win, or you're gonna lose if you don't play Bloodlust to clear their board. So I think it's fine. I don't have Neptulon, so probably won't play it myself. But the other 2 cards I think I'll definitely play. Rumbling Elemental, 4 mana 2/6. After you play a Battlecry minion, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. It's like our Knife Juggler for Battlecries, specifically for Shamans. I think it's great. Great health. The attack is fine, especially with its ability. Moving on to Tunnel Trog. Whenever you overload, gain 1 attack per locked mana crystal. So it's kind of following the Trog theme with gaining attack for spelly stuff. I'm totally cool with that. I could see this. You like turn 1 you Tunnel Trog, turn 2 you play the weapon with overload. Turn 3 you play Totem Golem. I think like this guy could be definitely perfectly fine and good. Warlock. Actually, I'll probably just cover the class cards and then do another one for the rest, because it's a lot of talking. Whew, and my wife will be home soon. Warlock, Reliquary Seeker. Battlecry, if you have 6 other minions, gain +4/+4. It's fine, but why would you wait that long? I don't know. 1 mana, maybe it'll see play. I'll definitely test it out, I guess, but whatever. It's okay. It's a rare. Curse of Rafam. Give your opponents a cursed card. While they hold it, they take 2 damage on their turn. Now, I'm not sure if the cursed card is here. I don't know if we've seen it yet. I really hope the cursed card costs a lot of mana to make this worth it. Like, if it costs, I don't know, 8 mana to play, that's cool. Because this goes directly to your opponent's hand, the curse at least, so I don't know. Or like, if you play it, you hurt yourself by 5. I don't know. I would only, even if I were to test this, it would be a one-of, because I don't exactly know all the information about it yet, but alright. Dark Peddler, 2 mana, 2/2, decent stats, not great. Obviously, 1 in either way would be better, but the battle cry, discover a 1-cost card. So that includes spells. So 1 cost Warlock spells plus 1 cost minions from neutral and Warlock. That's decent. You do get to pick from 3, so hopefully one of them's good for you. And moving on to my my warrior. Yeah, I'm gonna gut. I really hope the new deck slots come in soon with hopefully this thing, because I really want to get into this deck building thing and testing, and I don't know, we'll see. Cursed Blade, 1 mana, 2/3, double all damage dealt to your hero. Well, you can call this a buff and a nerf to what's his face? Blingtron. If your opponent gets a Cursed Blade, GG. Like, come on. Or if you get a Cursed Blade, GG. I don't see the trade-off, and it's a rare of all things. Like, these two are commons, and this is your rare. You could do much better. Like, you could still make a 1 mana weapon, maybe a 2/1 with some sort of like if you kill a minion with 2 health, you don't lose durability? Like, I don't know. I just think something better could have come out of that. Obsidian Destroyer. At the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Scarab with Taunt. 7/7/7. So it's actually a 7 mana 8/8, sort of, with a little taunt. I definitely want to try him out. I think he's cool. He does take the BGH hit. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's okay. Nothing great, nothing bad. He's better than Totem Golem in Arena. Or, not Totem Golem. The 7 mana 7/7 that has no text. So if they were like side by side. It's a Golem, right? No, it's not Golem. I can't picture it in my head. But anyway, one of the best cards. 3 mana, 3/4 Taunt. Beast. It's a monkey. I've already thought about putting Fierce Monkey side by side with Muckless Champion, plus some sort of Defender of Argus bolster crap. I don't know. I think he's a good card. Definitely going to be good in Arena. After this drops, I'm going to cross my fingers that I can get into a Warrior Arena first. I want to get as many Fierce Monkeys as I can, maybe a couple Obsidian Destroyers. But yeah, I'll cut this video here. The neutral cards, there's a lot to talk about. Yeah. Alright, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Donate if you're feeling generous. This adventure will cost $20. I'm not saying like I need your money to do it. I'm just saying it costs $20. Comes out on the 12th. Yeah, I just can't wait to